All right, we're back with another SOG knife. This is the Adventurer LB for lockback. Now, something that I appreciate about SOG is they have a variety of styles, shapes, and sizes. I've been on a SOG kick right now because my buddy John sent me like 7 or 8 of them. So I've got, let me look, 2 more under the table, I think, to film. And then I can get them back to him. But I appreciate the fact that they have such a variety of styles, or lack of better words. It's kind of like my channel, right? I'm showing stuff from like the $10 and $20, which this is a $20 lockback. That's perfectly fine. It's worth 20 bucks, okay? It's a $20 knife. But there's nothing wrong with owning a $20 knife. I have some. And I show the $10 and $20 knives all the way up to the tens of thousands of dollar knives. I think the most expensive knife I've shown on the channel to date was $28,000. I know, it's crazy. And there is a place for $28,000 knives. Now, I'm not going to say that the one I filmed to me was worth $28,000, but to the person who bought it, apparently it was. Okay, so there you go. But SOG doesn't have up to $20,000, but they do have $100 knives, $200 knives. They've got flippers, they've got slip joints, they've got lockbacks, they've got liner locks, they've got crossbar locks. They've got the whole gamut of genres, and I love it. They've got some that are made in China, they got some that are made in Taiwan, they got some that are made in the United States. So again, jack of all trades with SOG. So let's dive into the specs on this guy. It's 4¼ inches closed, 7¼ overall. 3-inch blade, 0.023 behind the edge. So it's a little thick behind the edge compared to the thinness of the blade at 0.097. So I would have thought that the behind the edge measurement would have been a bit thinner, but that's okay. It still gets to work on some paper without much problem. Okay, so this is going to cut and do what's needed. Pretty solid lockup. It is a solid lockup. This is just the flex because everything is so thin. Glass reinforced nylon scales. Weighs in at 2.1 ounces. So it's a lightweight, sort of deep carry pocket clip that is ambidextrous. And I like the fact that they just give you screws over here. You don't have to, doesn't have a hole there. I can go either way, but I kind of like when it's filled in when there's no clip. They're using 5 CR15 MOV blade steel. Not a premium steel by any means, but not terrible. And they've cryo-treated it, which does add some resilience and strength to the material being cryogenically treated. I like the orange and black. It does come in some different color options. I still hate the name SOG on the pocket clip. I know it's a marketing thing. I get it. I just don't care for that on any of my knives. Don't put a logo. Don't put any wording on the clip. Nothing. It's not needed. It's a negative to me when I'm looking at buying or whatnot knives. So here it is with the Sharpie, the Spider Godelica, one of my favorite budget knives, the Kubi KB237, the Carve. It's like a $40 knife. So you got $20, $40, $45. Very similar. This one's D2 and G10. Liner lock and a flipper tab. And it doesn't have the branding on the pocket clip. So for me, it's a win. Plus it's a Tonto, and that's kind of a very, very nice blade shape for me. And this thing just runs great. I am not a big lockback fan, but my dad, my grandfather probably carried lockbacks. When I first started carrying knives in like Boy Scouts and stuff, it was the Buck 110, a lockback. So this is really kind of a throwback to our parents and grandparents, so to speak, right? So I do appreciate that aspect of it. All in all, for $20, this would be a great one to have in the glove box of your car or truck, just in case. Could also be a good nightstand knife if you ever needed a knife while you were in bed. Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to go there. But I could see putting something like this on the next to your couch or something, right? Maybe you don't carry a knife around in your pocket inside the house, but maybe you want one there next to the couch on like a little coffee table or an end table. Maybe it has a drawer or something, and this could go in there. I know I have a flashlight next to mine where the remote control is and stuff like that. There's always a flashlight next to the couch. If the power goes out and I'm sitting there watching TV, it might be nice to have a flashlight there. If something happens and you need to cut something, it might be nice to have a knife there next to the couch also. It's something I've thought about. I just haven't dropped one over there just because I should. And I'm going to do that right after filming this video. It won't be this knife because this has to go back to John, but it will be one of my other budgety knives that will just get thrown over there just to have because you just never know. All right, guys, check out my SOG playlist up here in the corner and have yourselves an excellent day.